Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back with Cooking with Chef Pup. We always bring you the good stuff. All right, today I'm not actually cooking, but what I'm doing, I'm gonna show you how to clean up skirt steak. Okay, I got this pack of skirt steak here from a Restaurant Depot. All right, it's 8.31 pounds. All right, this cut right here is about $102 worth of meat here. All right, but if you never had skirt steak before, it's a delicious piece of meat. It's not easy. It's not hard to cook. A little salt, a little pepper, a little garlic. You know, you can grill it. You can put it in a pan, and but the proper way of cutting it before you eat it, you cut it on the bias. You don't cut it with the grain. If you cut it with the grain, it's too tough. So you come on the bias where you cut it. If the meat's this long, you cut it this way. Slice it this way. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to prepare this here. Let me cut it out and get it out of the bag here. And once I do that, I shall return. All right, let's get started of cleaning up this skirt steak here. As you can see, there is a membrane on it on the outside, and there is a lot of fat on here. I can just actually pull some of it off here, as you can see. Just disregard that. All right, we're gonna have to clean this up really good, but most of it you can pull off. You can pull off the fat. All right, but you see this membrane right here, that's got to come off. So I'm going to attempt to do it like I do ribs. We're pulling the membrane to try to make my job much more easier. All right, but you can buy this cut of meat already trimmed, but it's going to cost you more money. All right, just gotta get it started. Okay, but you gotta get this membrane off. Take your time. It will come. Got to work it in different ways. All right. It is tough. But it has to come off. All right. So, and as you can see, there's like some fat underneath it. You can trim some of that off, or if you like the fat, leave it. It's flavor. But you need this membrane. I know probably after showing you this, you probably don't want to do this, but it's well worth it. It's definitely well worth it. That's why it's very important to remove the membrane. That's how tough it is. Sometimes you just got to use a knife to get in there. Because it definitely is tough. Get a big towel here. And remember, you're gonna have to do both sides. Right? Oh, I never knew it to be so tough, but it is. right. There we go. Oh, I found a bone in here too, right there. So we'll get rid of that very shortly. But you do understand what I'm talking about. But remember, doing it this way, when you purchase it, it is cheaper than when you get it already done. It's more money, but it just takes a little time. But if you want to spend that kind of money on it already getting done, go right ahead. I prefer it this way because I learned. See, like this flap right here, this is all nothing but a little fat in here, so we'll take care of that in a little bit. Like this here, this is all fat. We don't want. So what I'm going to do, see that? That's not look fat. I'm going to trim this all up and make it look pretty. All right, so if you see where it's going, that's all nothing but fat. You can feel it, fat. There's nothing but fat in there. Get rid of it. All right. I'm almost done with this side here. All right. But this is that membrane. I don't know what you can do with this, but it is some strong membrane. All right. So let's turn it over. And here we go. Give me another paper towel here. All right. Hopefully this will come off much easier. And it looks like it's coming off much easier. And the other one. Oh yeah, this one's coming off much easier. All right. All right. So let me get this all cleaned up, and I'll return back very shortly to show you exactly what I have done to the skirt stake. So I shall return. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. All right, I got it mostly all cleaned up, but I want to show you exactly what I'm doing now. All right. I have on this one piece right here, I'll show you. This one piece. This is all the connective tissue and the fat that came up with this so far on this one piece. All right. So can't do much with that. So what I'm doing now you don't want to remove all the fat from the skirt steak, okay? But you do want to trim, just trim a little off. That's all you're doing here now. Right down here, in this area here. All right, it's very thin. Very thin, so you cut until you find the meat. Like I said, it's once again, it's a lot of work, but it gives me experience to do this. All right, so this is a very thin area. All right. I got this flap right here. Cut. Remove. All right, I want to continue, there. This part is very simple, and to do this part here, like this part here, don't want it. I'm gonna cut it up. All right, so this is that one piece of meat. That one piece. All right, like I said, you don't want to remove all the fat because you can't. Because you definitely need this when it cooks. And believe me, the taste on this skirt steak is just out of this world. All right, and here's the other side. All right, if I wanted to, I could trim a little bit of this off here. All right, like right down here. Okay, everybody, what I'm doing now is that I cleaned it up enough with what I like, okay? But here's the piece of skirt steak here. Now, if you look at it the way it was, this is before, and this is now, okay? So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut them in smaller strips here. All right? That's a small spot there. And I also want this end spot here. That's very thin for that small spot. So, I'm gonna cut them. Nice piece of steak for one person. That's 2. That's 3. And that one's you know what? That's 4. All right. There's 4 basically equal pieces here. And this is the miscellaneous piece. This is what I'm going to cook for lunch. All right. That's what I'm going to cook for lunch. And this is, when you cook this on a Blackstone griddle or any griddle, oh my God, the flavor is just so delicious. All right. So what I'm going to do, I have 1, 2, I got 3 more pieces to do. All right, so when I'm all said and done with all the pieces, I'll show you the finished product. All right, so I shall return. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, it took me some time, but I finished, and this is the final product of all the skirt steak. Okay, what I'm going to do now, the remaining whole skirt steaks, I'm going to cut them in this size here. All right. Yes, it's a little work, and but it's well worth it. But what I do want to show you, out of all this meat, you're not going to believe this. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me get all this meat up and set it to a side. And I will show you. You know, I'm going to put that right there. I'll take these, put them here. Okay. There. Now what I want to show you, this is what I trimmed off. Okay. I really don't think there's nothing much you can do with this. All right. But I am going to put it in a Ziploc bag and seal it because it has to go out. All right. So, this is what came off of this. All right. It is some work, but it's well worth it, like I said. So let's get it out again. And let's bring up the pieces of meat here. All right, I need a piece I have done. Need a knife. All right. And I'm gonna cut them into equal pieces. And then after I cut these in equal pieces, I'm going to put them in airtight bags. All right. So, I shall return with the airtight bag process. Hello, everybody, once again. Welcome back with Cooking with Chef Pup. Okay, today we butchered and cleaned skirt steak. Okay, to remove all the membrane and some of the fat off the meat itself. Okay, right now the final step is that I'm not fixing this today, but I am going to put it into my airtight bags. I also marked them skirt steak. All right, so I pile them in 4 at a time. So I do make my bags a little bit bigger due to the fact that I might only need 4 pieces. So I make the bag a little better so when I cut open it, it's going to release, you know, air's going to rush in. And I just want to take out 4 pieces, then I can reseal it again. All right. So, and the last ones here. And I'll be right back when I remove all the bad air out of the bag, and I'll show you what it looks like. Everybody, all right, we're coming to the end of the video, and I just want to show you once again. I put all that fat and what do you call that? I call it like skin. This is all that's left of all that meat. All right, it's quite a bit. It's a couple of pounds here. All right, that's going away. That's got to go away. But this here, this might be for lunch. Nope, not for lunch. It'll probably be for dinner tonight. This is the chef's cut. All right, and here it is. Here's 4, 8, 12, 16 pieces of skirt steak. Very delicious skirt steak. And if you don't have a food saver, I recommend getting a food saver because you can store your meats in anything up to a very long time in your freezer when you're ready to use it. All right, so once again, like everything else, you guys have a wonderful day. God bless you. Give me thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell. I really appreciate it. This will be able to start making a lot more videos like this. All right, so I will see y'all people on the next video. Peace.